Back in January, Scotty Cameron released an updated version of his Select family of putters. Now, however, with the Open Championship in the rearview mirror, Scotty Cameron has made an update to the Champions Choice family of putters. Now, from a shaping standpoint, these are all going to look very, very familiar. These are classic Scotty Cameron designs. They are Newport 2s. They have slightly different hosel configurations. What is somewhat interesting, and all of them are the Plus version. Once again, that's simply just going to mean that while you get the classic look, you're getting a slightly larger version. The flange that comes off of the back of the putter is going to go a little bit further back. It's going to have a little bit higher MOI and stability because it's just simply going to be a little bit larger and it has a little bit more perimeter weight. In addition, like the Super Select family of putters, you're going to have a pair of weights that are going to be here, one in the heel and one in the toe. Those weights are going to allow custom fitters to be able to change the swing weight based on either the club's length or a golfer's personal preference without adding things like lead tape. All of the putters are also going to have a single blue alignment line. Usually those alignment lines are either white or black, but with the Champions Choice, you're going to get blue. Now, what's going to make this putter so unique, obviously, is going to be this Trillium insert. As you might recall, Tiger Woods won the 1997 Masters using a Trillium inserted Scotty Cameron putter. And Brooks Koepka has won all 5 of his major championships using a Scotty Cameron putter that has a Trillium insert. Now, what is Trillium? You're not going to find it on the periodic table because it's a copyrighted name that Cameron has given this material. It's actually an alloy that is made up of 12 different metals, copper being the prominent one that's obviously going to add this color. Way back in the mid-90s, Cameron felt that a lot of the copper putters that were out there and a lot of the putters that had nickel in them were simply too hard. He wanted something that was going to have a softer feel, so he blended and worked to create this type of an insert. Underneath this Trillium insert is a vibration dampening tape, and then that Trillium insert is held in place not only with that adhesive tape, but also by 3 screws that are in the back of this club. Now, those 3 screws give it its sort of moniker. This is known as a button back design. In the Champions Choice editions, those button backs are colored in red, white, and blue, and they take the place of the red cherry bombs that you're going to find in a lot of Scotty Cameron putters. So I had the opportunity to take this Champions Choice Newport 1.5 and put us through its paces for a little while and compare it to a Scotty Cameron Super Select Newport 2 Plus. So very, very similar putters, slightly difference in terms of the curvature of the bumpers and a little bit of the size, but really we're talking very, very similar putters. And I really want to try and gauge the feel of it. Could I hear and feel a difference with that Trillium insert as opposed to the double milling that we're getting on the Super Select? And I'll let you have a listen. It's a subtle thing, but if you listen closely in this video, I think you're going to hear the difference. Let me play that for you one more time. Hopefully you could hear that, because to my ears, the Champion Choice putter definitely had a slightly lower sound. The Scotty Cameron Super Select had a slightly higher pitch sound. Now, the Champions Choice family of putters from Scotty Cameron is a limited edition model. You're not going to find these in simply every pro shop and every golf specialty store out there. And that may be a good thing because they're going to go for $700 each. Now, is any putter out there worth $700? That is the obvious question. And that's one that you have to answer for yourself. I think that you can totally justify a very well-fit, well-made, classic $400 putter because, as I have written and said in videos before, that's something I think that you could have for a number of years. It's an investment. People wouldn't blink at all about buying a $400 driver, and they would probably replace that every 2 or 3 years. A $400 putter I think you could have easily for a decade. So in my mind, that works. $700, and we're starting to get into a little bit different kind of a proposition here. This is now significantly more expensive than probably most people's drive. So if you've got some pretty deep pockets and you want to make sure that you can maximize your sense of touch and feel and distance control on the greens, you might want to talk to a good custom fitter about the new Champions Choice limited edition family of putters from Scotty Cameron.